Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. AVASH. I'm pediatrician in Apollo Cradle Kondapur branch. And this being the World Breastfeeding Week, we thought we'll have some educational program regarding breastfeeding itself. So, regarding breastfeeding, it is a it is a simple thing actually. Like many other things, modernity has actually probably, I think that is what is the cause. Modernity has made something which is very simple and natural into a complicated thing. Modern times, because of various factors, it is now is not the scope to go into those factors which have made the breastfeeding into a complicated thing. My aim is to make it simpler, how simple it was back in the good old days. So, what is the main thing? What are the facts about breastfeeding? Today, I wanted to concentrate on the myths. So, let me get past the facts. Facts are well known actually, but people tend to forget it. Breastfeeding is very important for brain development of the child because of the various super nutrients that are there, which help in the development of the brain in a better way as compared to other milks, be it formula milk or be it other animal milk like cow milk, etc. And it gives immunity to the child. The benefit is very clear from various research studies. It has been shown that if one child is on breastfeeding mother milk, other child is on artificial or any other milk, the immunity level is definitely different. They are more prone for the respiratory and diarrheal infections, especially these two infections are more in the non-breastfed children. And the bonding, emotional bonding between mother and child, undeniable. Those who are having breastfeeding, early bonding is there, and cognitive development is much better. And the process of making the breastfeeding itself is not very complicated, and infection chance is not there. But when you are making a milk, adding powder to water or collecting it from farm or whatever, in that infection chances are more. So the child is also prone to infection due to infected milk, infected preparation process, I can say. And it is definitely, breast milk is economical compared to any other milk. You have to it is much no cost actually. And the other benefits are, it decreases the cancer incidence in the mother also. Various cancers, especially the uterine cancer and all, the incidence of cancer is less. So in brief, these are the benefits of breastfeeding. But I wanted to highlight, despite knowing all these benefits, I'm sure everybody knows this benefit. Nobody can say that I didn't know. That's why I didn't give formula milk, breast milk. So, despite knowing why, what is the myths that is going on around, what is hampering the proper means giving the proper breast milk to babies. So the perception is that it is very difficult nowadays. The perception is in these modern times that it is very difficult and it is time consuming and takes a lot of energy to hold the baby, and like every half an hour, I mean every 2 3 hours to hold the baby for half an hour, and that is what the popular notion is. So what to do about it? We can. This needs a lot of support from the family, immediate family, and the public and culture in general. So breastfeeding should be, the mother should be given adequate support by the people around her and encouraged to do breastfeeding. So it is not difficult. I'm not saying it is easy. It's not easy also. Needs support, and although it is a natural thing, but both the baby and the mother need some training, especially in nowadays people are not exposed. Suppose in the previous joint family, we are seeing so many mothers are there, babies are there. We know naturally, we have an instinct and general knowledge that this is how it happens. But nowadays, because of various limitations, we are not exposed. Maybe somebody has never seen somebody breastfeeding. For the first time, that mother is experiencing uh, first hand directly to take care of a child. So in that situation, the mother definitely needs support. This is where the extended family and other support groups and other professionals come into the picture. And the second, I can say the other way around, that some people think it is very easy and it will be established in 1 2 days, which many times cannot happen. And then they are discouraged. Okay, first 2 days, now that I have tried a lot, since 2 days I'm trying, it's not happening. Now I can't do it. Let me go to other milk. So that is also a myth. It takes time. and practice and knowledge and experience and patience and confidence. These are the things that is required for establishing successful lactation. And the other third is it is painful. Sometimes because of the various reasons, people think that breastfeeding is very painful. It's not really, I don't think it is painful, but if you do it in the wrong way, it might be painful. So the right process has to be taught, and people have to understand how to hold. And there are various grip holds available, which are there, which are established how to hold the baby and posture of the mother. All these things, if they are done properly, it is not painful. And then there is the issue of over bonding, like the child will bond only with mother. The myth is that breastfed child will bond only with mother, but maybe not bond so much with the father, which is not true. And that is not a thing to be thought about. Then the biggest issue is this is a very sensitive issue, but I would like to breach it here because this is the platform where I can tell. Like if there is a lack of, suppose a feeding room is not there in a public place, there the culture should be that nobody should mind and nobody should disturb the mother who is trying to breastfeed a child. It should be a free means facility should be there. Even if the facility is not there, there should not be any hindrance or taboo in breastfeeding. Even if it is a slightly public place, whatever privacy is possible should be done. But mother should not be too much uncomfortable, and she should be able to feed the child anywhere she wants. So it is not rude or something to breastfeed in public. And taboo things should be discouraged, and culture should be to decrease the taboo and verify that to make sure that it is not considered as a taboo. And then the most common and totally it is in the brain of the public that formula milk is some public, not all I'm saying, but even in my hometown, home state also I've seen, like in the villages also, they are saying so and so. I don't want to name the company. That company name is in the brain of the people. What we are feeding, I want to feed so and so that particular thing. So it has been ingrained into the psyche of the people, like totally established. So why this happened over the course of, let us say, maybe from 70s or 80s, maybe this started, and because of lack of time and all and advertisements, probably I'm not sure exactly to get the root of problem. I'm not the person to vouch for what actually happened, but so-called modern life and this powder milk and other milks have crept into our wisdom. I mean, lack of wisdom, I can say. And then, so the common knowledge sometimes is that breastfeeding is probably not better, and formula-fed baby will be more healthy, more chubby, and so-called looking more healthy. So that has to be reversed, and we have to uh, emphasize in every possible place that mother milk is the best milk for the baby. If you see in the tin of the formula milk, also on the top it will be written mother milk is best for baby. By law, they have to write, because in between the things were not so good, so government had to step in and make certain laws like Infant Milk Substitute Act, where we have to stress that mother milk is best for baby. Then the few other doubts are there, like I'm taking so and so medicine, can I feed the baby? I want to take I am feeding, so can I take vaccine? Like latest is the COVID vaccine. Lot of controversy was there initially because of lack of information. So those things, medicines, yes, very few medicines are there which should not be, means if you are taking those medicines, you should not breastfeed. But there are very few, and easily you can means ask the doctor who is prescribing, and you should take the advice of the doctor. From your side, you should not assume that I am taking so and so medicine, so I cannot do breastfeeding. That is not correct. Very limited number of drugs are there where if they are taking, then breastfeeding is not allowed. And then like diseases, mother is having, suppose in the extreme case now, mother is having COVID. During COVID only baby is delivered. So what should be done? Or I'm having so and so disease, can I do breastfeeding? So again the same thing. Majority of the diseases, breastfeeding has to be done, can be done, and should be done. Your doctor will guide you if in case the disease is so severe and so much some guideline is there, then your doctor will tell you should not breastfeed. But from your side, you can ask the doctor, but without asking, do not stop from your side. There are very few medicines and very few diseases where breastfeeding is not allowed from doctor's side. So next myth, coming to the next myth, babies crying means milk is inadequate. So that is not true. What is required for breastfeeding is confidence. So that confidence comes from your own self confidence of mother, confidence of the people who are along with the mother. These two men, media of course. There can be some media influence also. That is secondary. Primary is your own self, and second is the people around you. So if baby is crying, immediately somebody should not say, "Okay, baby is crying, milk is not enough." Once that negativity comes, immediately, see, breast milk is produced, the hormones are triggered by the brain, not in the breast only. Although it is secreted in the breast, but the mechanism starts from brain. So if the mother's psyche is strong and confidence is there, then milk will be definitely produced. So immediately something or the other happens and people suggest milk is not enough. So then that is a lack of support that is detrimental. So crying baby does not necessarily mean that milk is enough. So how to know milk is enough? So baby will be passing good amount of urine every 3-4 hours. Urine will be there, and then steady weight gain will be there over a period of 10 days, 15 days. You can check with wherever possible. You can check the weight. And third is after feeding, baby is sleeping adequately for a 2 hours or something, 1.5 to 2 hours of time. If baby is feeding after 10 minutes again is crying, probably milk is less. But if baby is sleeping adequately for 2 hours, passing good urine, having steady weight gain, milk is fine. No need to worry about less milk. And then few other myths are there where they are saying if a mother is working mother and planning to return to work in a maybe 6 month period, then it is not worth giving breast milk and better to directly start alternative to breast milk. That is also not correct. Even if mother is planning to start work after 6 months, still she can plan out, she can express the milk and store it. There are various ways of storing milk for various time periods, like in deep freeze also you can store for weeks together. So those things can be done. So awareness is required for that. So even working mothers can manage with only formula, without formula milk. And then the other myth is no need of breast milk after solid foods have been started. Like 6 months, we start solid foods. So many people will stop at 6 months, switch over to formula milk along with solids. That is also a myth. Breastfeeding can continue up to 2 years of age, and definitely is required also along with outside food, the complementary food. The solid foods have started. Still, breast milk also can be continued till 2 years of age. And then there's a protection for, I mean, the myth is that the mother aesthetic looks will go down and all those things are there. That is complete myth. Breastfeeding will help in decreasing the excess fat of the mother which is accumulated during pregnancy. Definitely it is helpful for the mother also aesthetically. And then sometimes they'll say ki, we have to check how much milk is coming, so we'll pump and see how much milk is coming. Pumping will not produce as much milk as the when the baby is suckling, because as I told, the impulses start from the brain itself. So baby suckling will definitely produce more milk than pumping only. So no need to pump and check milk is coming or not. And then exercise will affect breast milk, so mother will not exercise. That is not true. Little bit of exercise is better, not excess, of course. And most of the mothers cannot get enough milk, so supplements are required. So supplements, most of the mothers can do, and vast majority of mothers do get adequate milk, and the doubt usually is not required. If the mother is healthy, she will get milk. There is no doubt in that. First 1 or 2 days might be less. That is called colostrum. That we have to be careful and judiciously see if baby is really okay or not. That colostrum also very important for the baby and should not be denied to baby. Some cultures they will not start feeds in first few days time. So that is not correct. Colostrum is very rich in nutrients and immunologically active ingredients should be given. And other is that one more big area I want to touch today is the diet of the mother. I have seen too many restrictions on the cultural practices in every state. I'm not saying any particular state where the mother is told to eat only bland food and not adequate food is provided to mother because of so many misconceptions. Like if mother eats this, baby will get that. If mother is eating curd, baby will get cold. Mother get eating little spicy food, baby will get jaundice. Like that, there are n number of misconceptions in the society. So two things I want to tell here. One is mother can eat anything and should eat a balanced diet. I'm not saying excess of oily food or excess of masala, that anyway nobody should eat. So whatever normal people eat, mother should eat adequately, and oral intake of the balanced diet should be there. Like it's called a food pyramid, where there will be carbohydrates and the fruits, vegetables, veg. If non-veg, they can take non-veg also, or vegetarian pulses. The protein should be there. So all the diet should be in a balanced way, and lot of liquid should be taken, like a lot of water, so that mother is adequately hydrated. So the restrictions should not be placed on the mother's diet, and no, usually, see, the mother is already eating those things since last like 9 months, since the conception of the baby. Suddenly, baby is not getting anything new. So mother is eating the same diet, and nothing was happening to baby till now. See, the same diet, so-called nutrients are reaching the same, were reaching the baby till delivery also. So after delivery also nothing changes, and usually nothing that the mother eats will affect the baby, except in very severe cases, particular one or two instances I can say, lactose intolerance and all those things. That is very rare and should not be thought of in a normal course of the pregnancy and breastfeeding. So that is the thing. Today, I would like to conclude by saying that breastfeeding is the breast milk is the best food that a baby can be offered, and every other alternative is inferior to breast milk. Whatever you tell, it may be the costliest formula available, or it could be fresh, that organic A2 cow milk, freshly milk from cow. That cow is eating organic grass, and all those many concepts are there. All those are fine, but mother milk is the best, no doubt about it. And already the benefits I have told. So let us not forget the benefits of mother milk and deny the child so very important thing that gives a very boost to its immunity and cognitive development, and even the bonding of the mother with child. Thank you.